Hallelujah, everyone. Welcome to third episode of Dominion Stitches Training. This week we'll deal with female four corner. So come with me. Go. So here is our garment. Here we have 3 yards and half for female teenager. We want to sew for a teenager, or let me say for like 20-year-old girl, lady. Sorry. So this is 3.5 yards. Firstly, you cut out your skirt. We cut this side from this pleat down. We call it skirt. So you cut out your skirt. The measurement of the girl is 39. Her skirt length is 39.5. So from this self edge, measure your 39 inches. This is her length, her skirt length. Then you add 4.5. The one will fold inside after sewing. Half for sewing allowance here. Then 4 for the down part that will fold inside. Making 44. 39.5 plus 4.5. It will give us 44. Now you make it double. So it will serve for both front and back. Like this. And cut it out. So this is for the skirt, but I will not cut it into two now because I might still need parts of this. Let's move ahead to our blouse length. Our blouse length is 17. You can see the way I fold this. 17. Blouse length, you had half. You don't add more than half. You had half an inch for sewing allowance. So that is what we will use to join this blouse and the skirt together, making 17.5. Measure it round. Make sure it's not less than 17.5, and it must not exceed 17.5. So our bust is 33, while her waist is 27. Now here is where the work is. 33 divided by 4. 33 is our bust measurement. So you divide it by 4. 33 divided by 4 will give us 8.25. For some of us that might not be vast in calculating, you can as well do it like this. We need 33, the bust measurements. Just do it like this. This is another method some people use to calculate. This is our measurement, 33. Half of 33 is 16.5. Like this again, because we're dividing it by 4. So this will give us 8. Can you see? 8.25. But easily we can say 33 divided by 4 is 8.25. That 8.25 you had at least I normally had 2 inches for sewing allowance. So that 8.25 plus 2 inches will give me 10.25. That means I want to fold my blouse into 10.25. For someone that our bust is 34 or 36, 36 divided by 4 is 9. 9 plus extra 2, that will be 11. But here I need 8.25. 33 divided by 4, 8.25. 8.25 plus 2, 10.25. I make use of the bust to measure the body of the blouse. The reason is because the fullest part of the blouse is the bust. For some people, I have some customers that their waist will be bigger than their bust. For instance, someone with 55 waist and 55 bust, or 52 bust, or 50 bust. In that case, you make use of the waist to cut out your body. So you make use of the fullest part of the blouse to cut out the body. That fullest part just had 2 inches. Some people make use of 1 inch, 1.5, but I prefer making 2 inches. In case, as the people is getting faster, there will be room for amendments. So I make use of 2 inches. So this is 10 and quarter, 10 and quarter, 10 and quarter. I will cut it out. The next thing we do, you notch this place first. This is the center. You notch this place as the center. From this place, measure your position of that. Our waist is 27, so our dart shouldn't be more than 3.5. You know, this is what we need the dart for. You should so our dart should be. Let me make use of 3. Let me tell you how to get your dart. It depends on how fat your customer is. For someone that have 40 inches for our waist, then you can make use of 4 or 4.5 to position your dart. Just do like this, pencil it out for your dart. But for someone like 30, 27, 3.5 is enough. The space in between this shouldn't be more than 6, 7, mostly 7 inches. Your dart, when you place your dart, it must come to your bust point here. So now I'm making use of 3.25 for her, for 27. Our waist is 27. I'm making use of 3.25. Can you see the way I'm measuring out my darts? This is what you need for your darts. But to sew the darts, use 1 inch. When we get to sewing stage, you will get what I'm saying. If you want to sew your darts, this is what you do. Meaning, we make use of 3.25. You sew this in. You sew it in. Now we cut it out. Anybody that wants to sew this, we know that this is where I want to position my darts. Now we come to back. Our back is 8. This is the back measurement. Now you will add half for sewing, making 8.5. Yes, another thing, you want to get your armhole. Remember when we were taking measurements the other time, I think the first episode, I said something about armhole, that when we get to cutting stage, I will tell you more about how to get your armhole. Mostly, or for some people it might not work out, but mostly when you want to get your armhole, just look for the bust. If the bust is 34 minus 4 will give you 30. So that 30 divided by 4, that's 7.5. You can make use of 7.5 as your armhole. Now her measurement is 33. 33 divided by, I mean, minus 4 is 29. 29 divided by 4, 7 3 quarter, I mean 6 3 quarter. I can still make use of 7 and half. So 33 minus 4 is 29. 29 divided by 4 is 6. No, that's 7 and quarter. 7 and quarter. So that means I can still make use of my 7 and half. I think it's easier to get your armhole that way. If someone's bust is 40, just deduct 4. 40 minus 4, 36. 36 divided by 4, 9. So you can make use of 9 as the armhole for someone that has bust of 40. So now we measure it out. I think we're getting it. So this, then you notch it. This is our blouse. The only thing that remains is to get our neckline. I don't want to waste our garments. So it's not compulsory you go straight to facing. What remains here, if it won't be enough for your facing, you can cut out the next thing that this will be enough for, so that we'll not be wasting our material. But as I'm looking at this, it is enough for our facing. Then let's cut out our facing. I'm making use of 9. It can be 9 by 5. It can be 9 by 6. It depends on how you can manage your material. I'm making use of, I think this should be 9 by 5 and half. Yeah, this 5 and half. This is 9. Cut it out. Go. So now you position your facing on your blouse and measure it out. Personally, I don't like the neckline to be too broad. I prefer it to be chunky. So it now depends on what you want or what your customer wants. So because I don't want it to be too big, I will make use of 4 for an adult. 4. Some people make use of 5. Some will tell you, you can make 6. It depends on your customer's taste. For babies, you can use 2 and a half. For newborn, 2 and a half. Even for like a year, 2, 3, 4 years, you can make use of 2, 2 and a half, 3. Between 2 and 3. As they are growing up, you'll be increasing it a bit, little by little. For like 9, 8 years, you can use 3 and a half. So now I'm using 4 for an adult young lady. And then the width, I will make use of 1 and quarter. You can as well use 1 and half. You can use 2. As I said, it depends on what you want. Make sure this place is equal and this place is equal. You position it right and cut it out. So this is our blouse. Next is our sleeve. What is the sleeve measurements? 22 and a half. So 22 and a half is our sleeve measurement. Plus our sewing allowance, we make use of half to join the band and the sleeve, half to join the blouse and the sleeve. So that is 1 inch. Add the 1 inch to your sleeve measurements. 22 and a half plus 1 is 23 and a half. Remember our garments. I think I have one garment here. We normally have band here. Okay, this is one garment. This is the sleeve I'm talking about. You use half to join it here, half to join it here. From here to here, let's say it's 22 and a half. Plus that 1 inch for sewing, 23 and a half. Now you deduct measurement of this place from that 23 and a half. For babies, I think I've told you that it should be between 2.5, 2 and a half. 3 will be too much. Between 2 and a half. But for adults, start from 3 and a half inches. Now I'm using 3 inches. So 23 and a half minus 3 inches, that will give us 20 and a half. And that is what you will measure out. This is not enough. That is 19 and we need 20 and a half. Okay. So this is 20 and a half. Can this see it now? She'll pick measurement rather. 20 and a half. Without measuring people, you can just look at the sleeve and guess what you will use the roundness. What you will use for the roundness. Like myself, I make use of 6 and a half, 7. For that will be 13, 14. So for someone with 27 waist measurements, the sleeve should not be bigger than 12, 13. Now I want to use 6 and a half for a round sleeve. 6 and a half plus 1 for sewing allowance. That will give us 7 and a half. Okay. Notch this place to get the center of your sleeve. Now you have to shape this place. This is where you will fix to the blouse, and this is where we will fix our band here. To get the shape of the hammer, you can make use of one. You can make use of 1.5. That depends on how deep you want your armor to be, but that place is not that necessary. You can as well use your discretion to shape it out. Can you see? Even without following this pencil, I can just shape it out the way I want. It will be more easier here. This is our sleeve, remaining the band. First cut out the cap. I will double my cap as usual. It is now left for you if you want your cap. This is where we call cap, and this is cap band. So if you want this place to be big or you want it to be small, it is left for you to decide. Now I want to make use of 9. 9 is the moderate measurement for cap. It will not be too big, it will not be small. Some people can use 8. I have someone, she normally makes use of 8 for her cap. Some 8.5, 9.5, 10, depending on how big you want it to be. I will make use of 9 for her because she's an adult and she do braid hair. Yes. This is 9. I'm cutting it out as double. But don't worry, I will cut single out as well. Maybe when we get to round. But let me teach you how to cut double out first. This is too big. This is 9. Lest I forget, what I measure out here from here to here is 18. That is double of 9. 18. So because I'm cutting out 2 caps, this is 9. This is 9. Then fold it. And measure 9 out. 9. 9. 9.